Wild elk once roamed freely through the forests of Pennsylvania, but habitat loss and overhunting drove them from the state. Reintroduction of the elk began in 1913. Thanks to conservation efforts, their bugles can be heard each fall during the rut.
That's what they sound like, and they should come running.
While thousands flocked to the well-known viewpoints last fall, a group of cyclists took to the backroads, looking for an adventure. A 4-day trip starting in Emporium, covering 225 miles in and around Cameron County.
We better see an elk. If we don't see an elk, we have to ride it all over again until we do.
The group of 8 was led by David Landis, who designed the route with Helena Kotala as part of the Wild Elk Gravel Project.
So the Wild Elk Gravel Project consists of about 15 day routes, starting from 4 different hubs, all within Cameron County. The bikepacking loop kind of ties all of that together. Also gets into the neighboring counties a little bit more.
Bikepacking is a style of cycling where riders carry camping gear and food on their bikes for a multi-day trip. They prefer the solitude of gravel and dirt roads, away from cars. The goal is to be self-sufficient, utilizing businesses along the route for food and lodging.
Just starting the Wild Elk route, all new roads for me, new territory. This is my first time riding in this area. It's still in Pennsylvania, so I'm assuming there's a hill. Beautiful day to take your bike for a walk.
Everything leaving Emporium is up. So this way you leave town and you're straight into the woods.
I like it like that. I mean, yeah, I'm falling behind, but it's beautiful.
Really what defines this area is just like you leave the one town and you just see trees and dirt roads and wildlife. And you get just immersed in the forest.
After 35 miles of riding, the cyclists ended their day at the Austin Dam Memorial Park, where the site of the failed dam has seen a second life, thanks to dedicated volunteers like the camp's host, Albie. Tents were set up under a full moon, as the starry skies disappeared behind rain clouds.
You know, on leisurely trips, I don't usually pack up in the dark. I think our weather is forcing us to pack up in the dark.
The forecast went from like a half-inch rain to like an inch and a half of rain.
A little over an inch of rain starting in the next 20 minutes and ending about 2 a.m.
I don't believe East Coast rain until I see it, so we'll see.
Austin, Pennsylvania is infamous for its tragic dam failure. Built in 1909, the dam was constructed on Freeman Run to power the town's paper mill. Corners were cut during construction, and on September 30th, 1911, after a week of torrential rain, the dam failed. 250 million gallons of water were released, destroying everything in its path for 8 miles. At least 78 perished in the tragedy, but many were saved thanks to one heroic cyclist.
And when he heard the dam broke, he jumped on his bicycle.
Oh, shit.
And he rode the whole way down to his town, which is like 3-4 miles ahead of the wave, and saved his family and much of the town.
That's amazing.
By outrunning the wave on a bicycle.
Bicycles will save the world.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
He said
it's
the wave that goes about 7 miles an hour, so he was able to keep ahead of it. And the way we came in would have been where the wave came, basically.
Wow.
So we basically
That's really neat.
Rode the path of the flood to get to breakfast.
That's great.
Oh, I love climbs like that. You just forget that you're a human You forget how to breathe. It's an existential crisis followed by a downhill. I love it.
There are 1,400 elk in Pennsylvania. The elk were first transported here on rail car in 1913 and 1914. So the rut season is really the breeding season for these bulls. It is the coolest season because you're going to see them and you're going to hear them bugle. It's just quite extraordinary. If you really want to see elk the morning and the evening, that's when they're out, like 3 hours in each time, especially if it's warm like it has been. Like today is a perfect day. So this is called bugle tube. This is a cow call. You need them both. This is the one you use to locate them. And if they were here, they would answer. This is a cow call. So they should come running.
I've heard them before. It sounds exactly like the bugle. I think we should put that in the packing list for this trip. Got my $16 top caught cow elk.
Nice.
Perfect.
The rain continued to hold off as the route meandered through large wild areas and over pedestrian bridges. Hot food and cold beer awaited the crew at Deb's.
We just had a good dinner. We also got dinner to go. To quote one of my favorite characters in Braveheart, "It's fine Scottish weather. The rain is coming down straight like."
A heck of a view. We are at the Kettle Creek Brit Pavilion, sheltering from the rain, drying our gear, sort of, in 100% humidity, so.
As the sun rose over Kettle Creek State Park, the cyclists climbed away from the lake. 62 miles lay between them and their next camp. On the other side of a screaming descent, the stunning cinema-honing state park was waiting for the group. After lunch at the Lakeview store, a long, slow climb led up to one of the most anticipated roads on the whole route.
There's, I believe, 8 vistas up there within, a 15-mile span. There's not a lot of places out there like that.
Usually when you ride on a ridgeline like that, vistas are either on your left or your right. Ridge Road has them on both sides, which is really cool. I enjoy that quite a bit. The guys in the group talked it up, and I think it lived up to its reputation.
Ridge Road was far from the last view of the day. The bikepackers were also treated to a moment of rest and 360-degree views at top of the world. On the border of Elk and Cameron counties, they filled their bottles from the stream at Table Falls.
supposedly nuclear jet engines that they tested in here. But that there is where they mounted the jet engine, and they would go inside of the bunker to watch it. That's what the little opening is there. But, you know, don't take my word for it.
Cameron County Commissioner Josh Zuckel came out to visit the cyclists that evening and set the record straight.
So these were all testing sites for the nuclear jet turbine. It failed, and then after like 10, 15 years, it all folded up. That's why it's a protected wild area now. Nature's just basically taking over, so I think it's a positive thing.
What do you think about gravel cycling, bikepacking for Cameron County in this area?
Our landscape is what really sells us, because you can have those climbs that gravel bikers want, but you still have those downhills for the fun ride. Honestly, just the viewpoints, you know, whenever you get up on the mountains and be able to see those vistas and such, it's something that's paramount for what we can offer to cyclists that want to come into the area. It's definitely positive for the area.
This morning's video is the proof that we really did ride everything in all the weather. We had rain, warm weather, and then this morning frost. Every season.
We're eating some Pennsylvania Delights, which this morning consists of frozen blackberry pie and coffee that came out of a tube. It's a good day.
We're up in Quijana Wild area right now. Final day, 60 miles. The coldest day by far, but not raining, so that's good. Only way to get warm is to get going. So. We're also going through Benezet, Elk County, which is kind of where all the tourists come to see the elk. And there's a lot of elk lore in the area with little shops and elk themed everything. So that's also a highlight.
In Benezet, elk chili hot dogs were served for lunch, and the antlers of a bull elk were spotted far off in the distance. Hoping for more, the group climbed up to Winslow Hill, the best wildlife viewpoint in the area.
We got a sighting of an elk. It was too far to take a good photo, but we did see one, I believe. The group's been kind of hauling ass today. We have one big climb coming up, and then we're done.
Yeah, it's crazy to think how much is, right out the back door that you don't ever get a chance to ride. You tend to get stuck on the same old trails. So I'm happy to be along on this one and find some new stopping grounds. Every day's had something awesome. Yeah.
Five miles to home.
4 days and 225 miles later, the cyclists were back in Emporium, the seat of Cameron County.
Anybody can do it. I've never bike packed. This is my first bike packing trip. Had all the gear, had the bikes, never put the two together and made it happen. To know that it's right there, so attainable and so close to all these people around here is awesome.
Honestly, for our community, I want to see us as a trail town. We have the rails to trails that come right through town, but then we also have these mountains, all the gravel. It's low-hanging fruit for us to capitalize on.
Gravel routes out here are amazing. Bike packing this route, the whole shebang, definitely a great economic tool for the area to use. It does tie all these towns together, so the economic impact of something like this is huge. When you look at, there was 8 of us, the money that we spent, for snacks and meals and stopping in, and how excited people were to see us when we would stop into these little shops back in the middle of nowhere, some of them, right? I think it's huge for an area. People will use these small towns when they come here. As long as we give them a reason to come and stay. This is a great reason for people to come and stay.
In Pennsylvania alone, there's 2.1 million acres of recreation. We just don't know it and don't use it. So I think any way we can get, especially the youth, into the outdoors, that's the goal. I love what you guys are doing. I'm glad I ran into you.